Hello, welcome over back to my channel. This is going to be a arts and crafts video. If you know the title / character of this, good for you, because I recently had finished making gifts for one of my family members' birthdays, which you may have seen in the past videos, and I really wanted to make something for myself. And I got really inspired to make a collection of things for the character / mascot Ceri, which is Boom's mascot, because I just really like their design. And I was really inspired because I just like purple, and I like jellies, and like just the design in general I just really love. So I was like, oh. And when the inspiration hit, I was like, I'm gonna go for it. So I made a plan to make 5 different projects. I did only end up making 4 of those original 5, but at the same time, as you can see on this piece of paper, I have more and an otter on the top of that sheet, because those were other things that I wanted to do as well. So I did that during it, and I'll show you that, but it wasn't the main focus of this video. And as well, as you can see in the bottom left corner, I have a different mascot there, because I was very much in that era, because I really like whoever plays that mascot. They're dynamic with others, so I really wanted to do a pin of them as well. So I didn't really say what I was doing for each, because this big one was to make a wall hanging of sorts, or like a window hanging. I'm not sure where I'm hanging, but just a hanging of Ceri. The one I was working on previously was to make a pin. The pouty one is also for a pin. I was making a hair barrette and a photo card holder, and all the stuff I'm currently working on is using shrink film plastic. I'm still trying to learn how to use my shrink film plastic that I have, and like materials and stuff. So I started with colored pencils because I thought that would be best in getting like the coloring in every way. But I did end up going over it with Posca, because like paint pens are like to a certain degree better at filling bigger areas. So like on the big one, I ended up doing the Posca, but they both have different results and everything, so you can say some time was wasted, some wasn't, but I'm still happy with how the results came out for it. finally have all the shrink film pieces finished. I will be needing to do touch-ups after they're out of the oven, and also I need to color in, paint the overalls on this one because I don't have the correct color, and there's not really, you can't really be shading, and I have nothing close to it. So I have all this done, so I just need to go, I should have preheated the oven a while ago. I just need to go bake all of these now, and then I can move on to the next step. I also have a few other things. I have these things from different projects that I need to do, and just yesterday, add that friend in. It's not really the big idea for this video, but additions to this. But this is the main project. So I'm going to clean up my space that I have currently and go take these to the oven. Okay, so I have all the pieces out from the oven. There was mishaps and stuff, so the original stuff that I didn't flatten them well enough, and also I feel like they should have been allowed to stay in the first batch in a bit longer, because these aren't for this video, but especially this is like a bit curved, so I should have flattened them more. But I'm not going to redo them, especially for this video. The stars came out okay. The stars came out okay. I need to do retouches on everything. The daisies came out great. Again, gotta redo it. They look kind of like eggs, but retouch the small Ceri face is there. I forget that like concentrated area is darkened, so the eyes are a bit darker than what I would want, but that's okay. The big head for the hanging is there. Well, I'll show you these. Here are the two pins. So we have that one, which I need to do quite a bit of painting on, and then this one, which I will say my favorite outcome, just straight out of the oven, is definitely this one. And it's not even supposed to be part of this video, but yeah, so there we go. My least favorite are how the jellies turned out. Again, I did this in the first batch with these, so I didn't end up flattening them enough, and the oven I don't think was the correct temperature. So I gotta really retouch this one. I'm not remaking those, it's just gonna be how it is. But this one is like the one that I think did not get hard enough, because the plastic looks weird around the edges. I don't know why that happened per se, but like I said, I'm not gonna redo it completely. I'm just gonna touch up, paint, and do everything for these that I needed. Because the other issue was this Ceri on the back got stuck to the baking paper, like it baked to it when I pressed it down to get it flat. I did get as much as it off as I could, but this is where we're at currently. I'm going to, well, like I said, my plan now is to do all the touch-ups that I need to do for this and start doing the coating, the top coat for everything. If I can get all that done today, I will be very pleased and happy. And then I need to, my goal for today is to finish all the touch-ups and start putting the top coat on everything. If I can get that done today, I'll be very pleased. And then tomorrow morning, I can glue the, well, in the future, I can glue stuff that needs like 24 hours to dry and everything. So we will continue. I'm already forgetting that this isn't everything that I need to make. This was just all the shrink plastic stuff that I need to make. I still need to make all the clay stuff, which will need 24 to 48 hours to dry. So I gotta still do that. So I gotta do that after I work on these, do all the touch-ups and everything. So I will get to that. Okay, so recap of what went well and what didn't go well. First, the hair barrette turned out fine. I have no issues with it. Everything turned out okay. So that is one project of the 5 that went well. The next one was the pin, which I actually really like how Ceri turned out on this one. So again, no issues with that. The Paldi, I've never said the name of that. I do like this pin. I do think color-wise, I need to figure out a bit better on how to get it more vibrant and everything, but I still do really like it. The eyes got a bit cloudy, but that's okay for now. If I ever feel the need to, I can redo it. But I really like how those 3 turned out. The next 2 are where like the issues kind of came up. So we have the photo card holder. So the issue with this is I somehow don't know if like the clay just shrunk a bunch, because as you can see there, it is not on the edge like at all, like in any area. And I used the same pattern I made before, so I don't know why that happened. I also didn't smooth out the clay, but I didn't really care to do that to begin with. But I do like the colors, and I like the little clay pieces. This was an extra add-on because I had made an extra one and didn't have a plan for it. And because there was no holes in it, I couldn't use it for the hanging. So I'm okay with this. I'm not going to redo this. I don't even know what this little speck here is. Try to see if I could scrape that off. Yeah. So for now, this is fine. It came out how it was going to come out. I won't be making like a lot of those, but I'm happy with how it turned out. The last thing was the hanging, which I have some issues with. I don't know if I can get a camera. So there we go. So I just used a piece of wire, beaded it up, and then made jewelry, like, just did beaded areas as well. This piece of jelly got messed up in the shrinking process, so the hole was messed up, so I almost was worried I'd have to remake a new one, but I got it to work okay. And then these I had accidentally got stuck, so this one has like peeled off and like got stuck to my mat, so it messed up the design there. I think the stars turned out okay, even though technically this is very close to the jump ring. It's bumping up against it, but this one isn't. This one is also curved because I didn't flatten it enough. Excuse me. But the biggest mishap is, again, another thing of sticking to the mat and stuff. You see, like, gloss, and then, like, matte there, because it just peeled off, and I didn't want to try to fix it or anything, so. But I am happy with this project collection being completed. I did not do, from my plan, I didn't do the Stone keychain because I wanted to do that in polymer clay and I just don't have the materials for it. So that is put on hold for now and will eventually be done at a later date. But I'm quite happy with the results, and I'll show you the other 3 things that weren't part of it, but I did. Anyway, so here's the other hairbreadths that I finished. So that was it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, night, or evening, wherever you are. Peace.